All right, good morning, guys. We are going to do a mid-session for a dog named Stella, and it's going to be kind of a training check-in that we're about 2 weeks in. So a lot of people can relate to this. She's a great girl, super friendly with her immediate family, but she has some issues. Like, we think it's kind of led by nerves, where she'll bark and lunge a little bit. This is not about you, Ike. So we're about 2 weeks in, and we're gonna do a check-in. As Sammy gets her to get out of the kennel, gets ready to get her out of the kennel, you'll see that we've got a nice happy tail wag, an optimistic dog, which is great. As we go to open the kennel, what you'll see is that she's gonna automatically wait, and that excitement will kind of die down a little bit, right? Still can be happy, but she's not allowed to come rushing right out.
Good.
Very nice.
Good.
Same goes for when we click the equipment on, right? When we put a collar on or clip a leash onto the dog, that's not a cue for them to just start going off and doing whatever they want, right? We got to handle the equipment, get them ready, clipped up. Now we're ready where if she did try to come out, we could use the leash to remind her not to do that.
Good.
Excellent.
Good.
So the theme for her and for our handlers and our owners is really, guys, we need to be a confident and kind leader for our dogs.
Good girl.
Okay? And it's not just in the moment of adversity when there's other dogs barking and there's other stuff going on. It's on a daily basis. We want to be confident and kind. Here's part of the confidence part, right?
Good.
Hey, buddy, we've got some boundaries. We're not going to come flying out. We're not going to be all wiggly and crazy when we are putting equipment on.
Good.
All right? We're going to walk her through the facility a little bit, nice and relaxed, okay? And there's no reason you can't do this in your house. People go away from leashes on in the house way too soon. Go ahead, I'll follow you.
Can I go over this one?
It's up to you. You'll notice as we go through the facility, we're not letting her come flying around and like ramming into everything. And, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect, but we're helping her learn that the house is not somewhere where you get all wild and crazy. Very nice. All right. And we'll take her to the training room.
Good girl. Stay. Good girl. Good.
Another great example of being confident for our dog. So as the gate opened, or as the front door opens, the dog does not need to come pushing. Whoops, sorry, Kel.
You're
Didn't
good.
kick you out. The dog does not need to come pushing right out or excited because a door opened or a crate opened. All right, when Sammy sits on the couch, obviously the dog likes this because that means we're a little lower, maybe a little more accessible to the dog, but we're not going to immediately start giving love and affection because you can see she's a little heightened, and the excitement isn't the problem. It's the fact that we didn't say, hey, now it's time to get excited, okay? We didn't say, hey, let's get wound up and party. When we say that, which we do regularly, then we get party time. This is being kind to the dog, but not encouraging her to be pushy or to be soliciting our affection. Yep, we can give her a nice massage here. She can really enjoy feeling our affection, but she does not need to get through the roof where she's full of this like eustress, it's called, where she's so excited that she can't contain herself. Now, the reason this is so important is because on a daily basis, we are putting ourselves in this position so that when stuff gets crazy in the world of going to a vet or going out in public or being in an environment that's stimulating or seeing the neighbor's dog, the work is already in progress. The hard work is already done. She understands we are the ones that can keep her under control and keep her safe and call the shots. This is when it happens. Very nice. Go ahead. Yep, very good. She got a piece of food. Now, Sammy's going to give her release word, which says we're allowing her to release and come into our space a little bit more and give her some love right in between your legs there.
Stella. Okay.
Yes, an okay and an invitation.
Okay.
There we go. And now, guys, we're showing her, yes, we love you and we are excited and happy to see you, and get a nice shake off there. But look, there's still boundaries, right? We don't want jumping on the furniture. We don't want mouthing or licking our hands, right? If we want kisses, we'll say kisses, kisses. Otherwise, don't be doing that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Excellent. Okay, very good. So we are going to transition to the outside, which is something that happens every day, right? The dogs need to go out and go to the bathroom and go exploring in the neighborhood. As we get ready to go outside, again, we can be happy and in a good mood, but once the door starts to open, once we're transitioning outside, it needs to be under control. The first thing we're going to do is ask for a little bit more space, okay? She doesn't need to be right next to the door. All right, you should go ahead and open the door. She's not allowed to immediately try and push her way out the door. Excellent.
Good girl. Good.
And these aren't necessarily obedience commands.
Good.
This is where she understands that this is the rule. Let's close the door one more time. This is where she understands the rules, that around the doorway, there's boundaries. And you don't get to just decide to go rushing through.
Good girl.
Good. You should be able to go outside, look for your surroundings.
Good girl. No. Good.
Make sure there's nothing immediately outside that's going to catch you off guard. Excellent. And then we can release her out the door.
Stella. Okay.
Good. Very nice. The long line gives us the ability to have her a little bit more freedom, a little bit more opportunity to kind of explore, right? It's a 15-foot lead, so that's a great distance where she can kind of check some stuff out, but knows that we're still in control and able to call her back. All right, we're looking at the emotional feelings of the dog, right? And she's just so happy, so comfortable, and that's going to help us as we proceed with the more challenging stuff in her training. All right, we're giving her an opportunity to sniff, go to the bathroom, and she might go, she might not. We won't stay out here for too long, but we want to give her the chance and show you guys her demeanor out here. She's really a sweet dog, and we're not going to force her to go out and make a bunch of friends with everybody that we encounter in public, but we're going to help her emotionally just feel better about being in different situations, and look to her parents, you know, look to you guys, look to us for decisions and support, instead of feeling like she has to bark and go bonkers at anybody or anything that comes around. So when she looks to us and she says, oh, these guys aren't too worried, right? They're not too unsure about what's going on, then she doesn't have to be either. And then relationships can start to form at that point. Beautiful. Excellent. Good girl. Look at that. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and do a recall and a sit and then a release, just as you know, so since she's feeling so good and she's doing so good, she's kind of interested in doing something. You could even do a sit and stay and a recall, right? Just to, oh, there she goes.
Stella, come. Good girl. Good. Stella, sit. Good.
This way you get to see some of her obedience that's in there. And what we've learned over the years is that obedience comes actually pretty easily once the dog's feeling good, right? So your obedience will be there, but we're gonna rely on our emotional relationship with her in order to help her feel good about these situations, not necessarily forcing her into obedience to make her feel better. Beautiful.
Stella. Okay.
And there's that okay again. And as you see, appropriate, joyful relationship. Love and affection is aplenty, but there are still boundaries. Excellent. All right, we're gonna head back inside and we're gonna do our last exercise will be in the spa. Okay, so we know that Stella struggles with things like vet visits and grooming visits. So as part of that process, on a regular basis, we go into our dog spa, which is under construction right now. So beware. And we give her an experience of going in, going up on the table, and not necessarily putting her through these full procedures where it's scary and tough, but preparing her for that.
So,
All right, so we will pick up now. We are in the spa and we've got a grooming tub here and we have a grooming table as well. These both lift automatically, so it's a great opportunity for her to feel that. We spend time coming in, just helping her feel comfortable, feel relaxed, happily climbing up on stuff. Very nice.
good.
All right, so we're giving her these experiences of being in the environment and going through the steps that would be taken to prepare for services such as cutting nails, basic veterinarian care, as well as grooming for baths and such. So again, I'm going to keep referring to the theme of being confident and kind to the dog. So being kind, obviously love, affection, talking to the dog. Being confident is like, hey, we're not really asking about this stuff. Okay, we're going to take our time. We're going to be in control. And there probably will be outbursts at some point, but we'll remain to be confident and calm and kind throughout even those challenging times. Working her through stuff in a way that she understands, okay, I might not like it, but it is something that I need to do, I need to tolerate. Excellent. Let's once we get her back up, let's raise the table up, and for that, make sure you're holding the leash. All right, so you can see again her demeanor is good and happy, and we'll get the leash, and then we'll start bringing her up.
Oh, good girl. Good.
And we always try to remember these things from the dog's perspective of it's weird, right? It's abnormal. And we want to remember that so that we can start to normalize things and have some empathy that the world isn't necessarily designed for a dog, right? It's designed for people, and then dogs have to figure it out. So by being confident and being kind and taking our time and having an intentional plan with the dog, we're able to help them be more successful in the crazy world. All right, guys, that's it for Stella. Hope this is helpful. We will see you guys soon. Happy dog training.
Good.